Well, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Odio, and I'm here to review The Bad Guys 2 for you. This is a sequel to the 2022. It was a heist style movie with a wolf, snake, a piranha, a tarantula, and a shark. Oh yes, it's a well, they're all back, and are we in for another crazy heist? Well, I mean, sort of. So I was a fan of the first Bad Guys, where they have to defeat the evil guinea pig Marmalade and save the city and actually try to do good. And this movie opens up, they're still trying to do good. We get a cool flashback to them doing a heist from like 5 years ago, shows how much fun they're having in life and how much they were loving it back then, and shows how crappy their life is now that they've gone straight. No one will really give them a chance or whatever, which is weird because they saved the whole city. You think everyone would be lining up to hire these guys, but no, things are tough. They're broke, they got a crappy car, live in an apartment, all their bills are overdue. What's the gang of bad guys to do? So there's a lot of hanging around in the middle of this movie, and each character getting their own little moments. The shark is hilarious. Definitely the standout character for me. I still love the bad guys themselves are all standout, but the shark is just fantastic. He has some funny lines. He gets to be a preacher at one point. It's so good. The comedy that when he comes to him and his lines are great. I also absolutely love the piranha fart jokes coming right at you from the beginning of the movie right to the end. This guy farts whenever he gets nervous, and he gets nervous all the time. The snake is also in it. He has some great scenes in this one, especially with the piranha farting in a spacesuit later on in the movie. He kind of falls in love with this girl. I mean, there's a super obvious story there when you see that, but he's pretty cool. His character is interesting, funny. He has some cool lines here and there. The tarantula character was voiced by Aquafina. I'm not a big fan of her, but she does fine here. Her character doesn't have a huge impact on a lot of parts, but all the little cutesy parts she's in, where she's being small or she's a computer genius hacking and stuff like that, comes off funny and cute. Honestly, she does a great job. And we get Sam Rockwell back again, voicing Wolf. Oh, he does fantastic. Stand out again. Really good performance. His character seems the most earnest, the one who's mostly trying to turn everything around. He's kind of the de facto leader, but it also shows him having kind of the hardest time. So it's interesting when they keep getting tempted to switch back. You get the feeling that if he would do it, maybe they would all go with him. And I think he gets that impression too, because he almost like he wants to consider it a couple times throughout the movie. And then, of course, the governor who was going to be the wolf's girlfriend, she's back. I think she was like the Crimson Cape or something. She was a villain, but now she's like back and she's being the big governor. She seems like she's in love with Wolf, but she's totally got him friend zoned for the whole movie, for the media or whatever she says. So I don't know. I thought she'd have more of a part to play. She's in it, but not a whole lot. But as we get going into the plot, I'll fill you in on the basics of what takes place here. So some sort of thief is going around stealing all kinds of this metal, and I kid you not, it's called MacGuffinite. Yes, like a MacGuffin, but MacGuffinite because it's also a metal. And with this metal, they've got this crazy plot where they're going to use it to make a magnet to attract all the gold in the world, unless the bad guys can stop them. And they're afraid they're going to get framed for all these robberies, so they go and join the cops. There's like an angry lady police chief who is kind of on their side, but also against them because I don't know. It seems like she believes in them sometimes, but also other times she doesn't. She's a very wishy-washy character, but they have to convince her that they're innocent, while of course they're going to get framed. But anyway, once we learn from Marmalade that you can actually use this metal to attract gold, what happens then is this is kind of the crux of the movie too. You get to this villainous all-girl gang of Kitty Cat and this giant pig Oinkers, I believe her name was, and then there's a bird one who is dating the snake. And anyway, they all betray them and drug them and take them over. And then from then on in the movie, really the bad guys don't have a lot of their own agency. They're forced to do a heist for this kitty cat girl and her crew. So they have to go in and make these plans, but they have to involve all them. And like, I don't know, it was okay, but I really wanted more of an Ocean's 11 style feel again. I wanted them to be doing a heist, but this felt more like they were being used more as plot devices, as objects, just forced to do the heist for someone else. It didn't feel like a fun heist they wanted to set up and do for their own kind of, glory or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't strike me as a lot of fun in there, but there were some good jokes that I had a good time. The bad guys themselves are funny. They also have this weird Moon X company, which I guess is supposed to be like Elon and SpaceX. They have this guy with this watch who can like shoot off rockets and things like that. But honestly, for me, the big drag was really Kitty Cat and the Gang. I didn't find them funny or interesting. It sort of felt like it was more their movie a lot of the times. They had this evidence that would like make the governor become, that everyone would know that she used to be a villain and she'd lose her powers. And if they don't do what she says, they're going to release that. Kind of seems almost like, I don't know, it was their plot. They were the ones trying to get everything done. And when they finally do get what they want, sort of thing, you find that the bad guys do kind of get a win at the end. But like I said, I don't know, it felt like they were more like plot devices being forced to do stuff. So it was still interesting, but it just didn't feel like it was really their movie. I guess one of the main reasons I felt like that, I mean, these guys are captured no less than like 3 or 4 times throughout the movie. Like it gets almost exhausting how often they're getting captured and grabbed and taken places against their will. But overall, when it comes to the bad guys too, the main characters, the bad guys themselves, they all still really shine, with Wolf being the main star. You get good laughs and jokes from their scenes. Shark especially has some hilarious moments throughout the movie that will just make you smile. You won't be able to help it. And you do get to see them get their big wins in it, and it's a pretty good time overall. Not too bad of a night out. Honestly, for me, the biggest problem was all the new characters they introduced, the side characters. I just didn't find a lot of them worked. I didn't find them funny. I wasn't overly entertained. And I really just wanted them to let the bad guys have some free reign. Stop holding them prisoner, like forcing them to do things. Like, let me get their adventure. And it almost looks like they're going to join some sort of Men in Black agency at the end. So I don't know where they're going with this, but overall, I'm going to give the bad guys a 6 out of 10 on the odometer. The animation and stuff was solid, but overall, it wasn't one of my favorite stories. Didn't really like where they went with a lot of it, but I did still really enjoy the main characters, so might be kind of worth a watch to check them out. But thanks so much for watching this far, guys. Really appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.